stop. Hustle. Look, let's put some money up, you can't make mine stop. I'm hot, nigga, like a pistol off the John block. Before you change lanes, you should check your blind spot. Cause I'll be right there waiting like a bike cop with my non-cock. And I'm so hot, all a nigga really need is just one shot. To the dome, you be gone and it's no more. I could kill him going faster with the slow flow. However you want it, I got it in for the low. Come get it, I got it, you got it good, nigga, go. I hustle, I bang, I do it all for the dough. It's all for the dough.
How you doing, All for the Doe show? So I'm here with
Aaron,
in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We had a shooting where a cop ended up shooting a guy in the back of the head, which they was wrestling. So we just want to know, was it justified, or did the cop go too far? Did the victim go too far? We're just trying to hear everybody's thoughts. So what do you think?
well, there's a couple different things, I think. First and foremost, I think the officer involved had every right to go after the man. The man definitely ran. He definitely fought. There was a point in time where the taser came out and the later victim reached for it, grabbed it. Now, to me, at that moment, right then and there, was the only time the officer was justified in doing what he did.
Okay.
But instead, he didn't. Several minutes later, a lot of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Then the gun comes out and he shoots him in the back of the head. Now, how is that self-defense? I think the officer had an out.
So he should have, maybe when he grabbed the taser, you know. But my thing, the only thing I get at is, why shoot him? Why shoot anybody in the back of the head? Why not shoot him in the leg or the arm?
Yeah.
Just my opinion. I mean, I'm not a cop. I don't know. A lot of cops go through a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then we can all sit here and say, because, well, why did he wrestle with him? You know, people can say that too. Well, why did he resist arrest? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people say, well, if he wasn't resisting arrest, then this wouldn't have happened. You know, then some say, well, even though he was resisting arrest, this shouldn't happen. So that's why, you know, I'm asking the viewers on their thoughts. And you saying that the point was when he grabbed the taser, that's when his gun should have came out, and he should have said, freeze or I'll shoot, or drop the taser or I'll shoot. Yeah. And I didn't even think about it like that. And you got a good point. That is a good point. That's when he should have put it out. But do you think you know, like I said, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, if you put yourself in that, being a cop at that time, where you wrestling with somebody, I don't even gonna say this, but I'm just saying you wrestling with somebody. I think as a cop right then and there, you like, my life is in danger. I don't know what his intention is while we wrestling. Do you think that was what went through his head? Like, I think he about to kill me. I gotta protect myself.
I mean, it certainly could be a possibility, but why, of all times, in the back of the head? He was face down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest thing that I can't understand.
And me too. And that was like, out of all places you could shoot the guy, is an execution style in the back of the head, where, you know, and it could have been a leg. He could have shot the boy in the leg, and the boy definitely would have felt that fire on the leg, and he would have got up, or he would have stopped doing what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, or it could have been a warning shot in the grass. Pow! Just letting you know the next one's gonna be in your ass. You know, but so you believe he is murder? That's what you feel? Yeah,
I believe he's up against second-degree murder, and I agree. I totally agree. I have a CPL to carry legally, and one of the biggest things that they teach you is if you have an out, then use it. So, for example, I remember there was a story of a road rage incident north of town here.
Okay.
And it come down to that. But in the situation, the guy was being charged in his truck with another guy with a weapon that could kill him.
Okay.
So he was justified to use lethal force. However, he had an out. And that was starting the vehicle and driving away.
Oh, because he was in the truck. He could have just left.
Exactly. And you're going to take that out every time, because if you don't, that's the question that's going to come.
That's what the lawyer in them is. You had a way to go.
Yeah.
You could have left. Yeah. And they do teach you that, because, you know, I have mine, and they do teach you. And it's like, I think to me, I feel if you don't have a felon, I think everybody should get their license to carry. I think everybody should have their license to carry.
I think there'd be less crime.
Yeah, and it's your right.
Yeah, absolutely.
To carry if you don't have no felons. They giving it to you, carry. But what I learned from that class was, to me, before I went, I was like, yeah, man, I'm a gun, this and that. But when I went to that class and I listened to that lawyer, and he was telling stories on if you pull your gun out, if you don't do this, if it's brandishment, and this and that, it was so much stuff to it, to where you be like, I'm not just gonna pull it out just because.
No.
You know, it's a lot more to it than what everybody think if you haven't went to them classes. You know?
Absolutely, there is. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think we wouldn't have a lot of mass shootings.
No.
If everybody carried, we wouldn't have a lot of mass shootings at all.
Think about if all the teachers were armed, you know? There'd be none.
Yeah, but I'm kind of shaky about the teachers. Well, no, because I think that because if everybody can have arms, then teachers should have them too. I think you make a good point, because I think it like this: if we say we at the movies probably hold 150 people in that movie theater. If I'm a shooter, I know I can go in there and I can shoot at least 50 people before anybody, security come out, because I know ain't nobody in there with no guns. But if I'm in a state that everybody can bear arms, then I know if I go in that movie theater with 150 people, I know for sure 125 people have guns.
Mm-hmm.
So I might let off 2-3 rounds and maybe hit 2 or 3 people before they return fire, and I'm Swiss cheese. So it'll get the gunman thinking like,
absolutely,
shit, I ain't going to jail. These motherfuckers gonna shoot back.
Yep.
You know, and I think that whole mindset will change mass shooting.
Oh, I agree.
I think it'll change from mass shooting to, let me just shoot the one motherfucker that made me mad. Let me just get that one person, And so we almost to your destination. So anybody you want to say hi, bye to, or shout out, or anybody you want to say hi to?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay, so on 3 we'll say peace. 1, 2, 3, peace.